Welcome in everybody to TB Sports 27. Welcome back on this Tuesday evening, Monday evening here on the Virtual World stream number 46. Since we've gone into the streaming world, this is our 46th stream of the Denver Broncos franchise. Part the Miami Dolphins franchise, part the San Francisco 49ers franchise, but right now with the Miami Dolphins. I'm glad to be aboard with you. Give a few minutes for everyone to jump in and say their hellos and welcome everyone aboard. But we got a primetime Monday night game we got here with the Indianapolis Colts, which should be a very interesting battle. As you know, Indianapolis was one of the potential teams that we were looking at and possibly going to when we got let go from the Miami Dolphins. And now we are here with the Denver Broncos, coming off of our Super Bowl win, 15-1 record a season ago. And got waste no time. Oh, we got a couple comments. Let's jump in here. Let's see. Brian. Welcome, Brian. Glad to have you aboard. 3-3, Indianapolis. And I say we go ahead and jump into it. Prime time. Let's see. Do we dress the Colts up in anything different? You know, I'm always got to look at the uniforms here. And I might try a little different style this game. I know I've kind of played around with it a little bit, of kind of going, whether you guys like the color commentary style, where I kind of commentate like we're going live. We can go with the all blue if we want, you know, in prime time. Or we can just go with the classic. They don't have the blue face mask. I probably check this every time. I like the blue face mask look for the Colts, but I don't think they give us that. No, they don't. So let's just go with the classics. What the heck? That's what we'll go with. What about us? I know we don't have very many uni options, because for the jersey here, they only give us one white jersey, right? Except for they give us the brown white jersey as an option. They give us that one. But that doesn't help us any. Give us more throwbacks. So we'll just go with the classic. Classic battle here on Monday night. Nothing fancy. So yeah, this should be a good one. Glad to have you guys. What I want to hear in the comments down below, I want to know what you guys thought of week 1 of Monday Night Football action. Week 1 in the books. Both of my teams lost. Both of my teams lost. It was not good. The Cardinals had probably one of the worst outings of any of the teams in week 1. And the Denver Broncos, well,
Everybody,
if you guys watched the game last night, in Monday night, you kind of saw what happened, right?
Sports. Coming up next,
They, first game with Russell Wilson.
Between the Denver Broncos
and
the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, I forgot I got to turn the commentators back off. We had turned... Can I do that here? I don't know. I think I can. I forgot I had turned the commentators on.
And to call the action, here are Brandon
I'm going to skip past this. I completely forgot. I turned the commentators on because we had done our RXFL for Patreon. We uploaded a 5th exclusive game to Patreon, and it's computer versus computer, and we brought up the in-game commentary, so now we got to bump that back down. So sorry about that. You didn't get all the pomp and circumstance from Monday night, but yeah, Denver Broncos, it was a week 1 performance for the ages, the debut of Russell Wilson going up against his old squad, and it was a big fat loss, and a couple of coaching decisions that are being questioned here on this Tuesday morning. Of course, the decision now early in the game, as a fan watching the game, I said go for it. They had 2 4th down and goals, and on the first 4th down and goal, and here we're going to see Bryce Young, who a lot of folks were keeping an eye on what he was doing with the Alabama-Texas game this past weekend that had a bit of a controversial ending. And depending on what side of the baller you were on, you agreed or disagreed. But for my Broncos, for my Denver Broncos, which I am a Broncos fan in real life, which is kind of, like I said, interesting enough that I was able to coach them here this season. As Bijan Robinson started, actually that's candidate is going to get the opening handoff. But yeah, the first 4th down and goal as a fan watching, I'm like, we got to just take the points. We got to take the points. And you guys know what happened. It was the fumble Rooski. And before you knew it, it was into the hands of Seattle. So, didn't like that. And if we had taken that 3 points earlier, you know, we would have won that game. Now, you could also say if we hadn't fumbled twice on the goal line, you also would have won the game, but that's neither here nor there. Hey, quarterback sack, Mike Vrabel. We just gave him a big, fat new contract. He was kind of on the trade block. We didn't know if we were going to franchise tag and spend. We decided to just go ahead and spend the money on Mike Vrabel, and he comes up with the sack right there. But yeah, so then the second time they lined up on the 4th and goal, we're talking about the Monday night game, real life, Broncos-Seahawks. I'm sitting here looking at the screen like, why are we in the shotgun again? Like, the first time, okay, that was bad enough. I still wanted the field goal the first time. But why are we lined up in the shotgun? Because that makes your 4th and 1 a 4th and 5, right? When you line up in the shotgun, and then, of course, it happened again. They got all out of sorts. There was a lot of confusion on a lot of plays. There was a lot of time running down, and you can credit the 12th man with that in Seattle, but a lot of guys at the last minute trying to kind of figure out where they were on the field. There's a lot of confusion that seemed to happen last night in the game. So it's something that definitely Denver got to get worked on, but you kind of get week 1 out of your system. One man that doesn't have a whole lot to work on, he's Tom Brady III, the son of the great Tom Brady Jr., who won 7 Super Bowls in the NFL. And Tom Brady III, his rookie year, winning a Super Bowl for the Denver Broncos. 15-1 last season, and year into his sophomore season this year. Now, he didn't play in the first 2 weeks. That was Justin Fields, but he eventually took the job from Justin Fields when they could not come to a contract resolution. And he's only lost 2 games in NFL career, both the River Hogs, those dastardly River Hogs. We got relocation turned on. Now that we're doing our relocation league, I don't know. Now there's a part of me that might want to turn it off just because we're already going to get to see the teams. Brady to carry Kocher, and Kocher's going to land awkwardly. Looked like he landed on that shoulder, but he's gonna shake the leg a little bit. Look at that, Arizona. I wish Cardinals had done that in real life. It was the opposite. Cardinals getting that beat down, so that's not good. Kocher dragging off. Now, I think we do have Nick Coffey is back from injury. And we have Jonathan Taylor, who's going to cut to the outside. And that's a nice first down. We got Scott the Waz uploaded something. I know what I'm going to be doing. How long is Scott the Waz's video? He's got an interesting upload schedule now. He used to always be on Sundays. Scott the Waz, 30 minutes. So I will be looking to do that right after this. So everyone after this, go watch Scott the Waz. So we're going to ball. Oh, delayed hand. Oh, wait a minute. Jonathan Taylor got out of it. That was nice, huh? So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to, like I said, kind of maybe go with a little bit of a different feel here. I've kind of done the play-by-play, and that foot fracture, that's going to hurt. Kind of, you know, talk to you like I am the coach, like, hey, this is the play we're going to do. This is who we're going to look for. Or do you like the kind of play-by-play style? Let me know. I'm going to try doing it this way, and we're going to try to hit this pass. We're going to try to get Torrey Holt. If he's not there, we got Coffey that we can dump it off to, and I think I am going to dump it off to Coffey because he's open. Kind of an awkward pass from Tom Brady III. So a little bit of a different style. We got some more comments pouring. Oh, it's Brian here. Yes, James Mitchell. I think we talked about that last stream, didn't we? Old Father James Mitchell, right? Didn't we talk about, I bought a cameo from him. And right up the gut. I don't know if we got the first down. Cowboys-Bucks, that was interesting. You know, the Cowboys, the only team, and you know what? We're going to go for it. I know I just got done criticizing the Denver Broncos in real life for not taking the points. Here in this case, we'd punt it, but we're going to go for it here. And look at that. No problem for Jonathan Taylor, and then some. It's like a Denny's milkshake and some. So, yeah, Cowboys-Bucks. Brian asking about Cowboys-Bucks. Yeah, very interesting. Cowboys the only team not to score any touchdowns in Week 1. It's a little fun factoid of all the Week 1 games. Definitely a low-scoring defensive battle. Bucs defense looking solid. You kind of started to see some of the past brilliance out of Julio Jones that we didn't see in Tennessee. We saw it here with Brady, so wait till those guys get on the same page. Brady and Julio, it's going to be lights out. And continuing to run with Jonathan Taylor, as we're just trying to pound the rock and get that first down. So let's give Taylor a little bit of a break here. And I think we're going to look for Kramer. If not, maybe Coffee can get open. That's who we're going to have our eyes on. Let's see. Coffee did kind of make a break for it. And did he get both feet down? They give it to him. How about it? That's what I'm talking about, right? For our Denver Broncos. Let's pass it again. I'm feeling good. Oh, Indianapolis. Oh, pencil. The pencil. Matt Patricia is gonna challenge this one. Oh, what a good challenge. That was out of bounds. So that's interesting. I haven't seen it. Well, he was right there. The pencil was there. Normally the game will do the upstairs review, but in this case, the coach challenge happened. So here we go. We're gonna do a little curls. Just try to pick up some yards here. Oh my God, coming out of nowhere. That one swatted away. So again, let me know what style you guys like. Do you like this style where I think, you know, with the RXFL, we would kind of still do it like we're doing the play-by-play, and same thing for the NBA Playgrounds. But let me know in the comments which style do you kind of like. Do you like the commentary style? Do you like me kind of letting you know what we're going to do? 3rd and 10, we obviously got to throw it here. Do we just go verticals, you know? We're in field goal range, so I think we go vertical, see if someone can get open. If not, we eat it, maybe dump it off to Pierce. Right there, we got an opening. How about Nick Coffey? That was a thing of beauty for Nick Coffey. But yes, Cowboys, Bucs, I think, you know, Brady still looking good with his throws. Julio, you saw those signs of brilliance. We're going to just try to run it here straight up the gut. Let's see if we can get some of those blocks. Again, I don't typically like being out of the shotgun, but I like this play where the blockers come and will make the block. See if that can springboard Jonathan Taylor. You see 67 there, and that didn't quite work. We got 3 yards out of it. But flashes of brilliance out of Julio, and then a big decision now for Dallas. Do you kind of ride or die with Cooper Rush? Or do you try to go out and get somebody to fill that void for a couple of weeks? There, you know, you got a couple of free agent guys out there, and there's a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor now, not free agents, but you got Jimmy Garoppolo that's not playing, that is looking for a trade partner. There's a possibility there. I know a lot of people are throwing around Ryan Fitzpatrick's name as he recently announced retirement, but could, I would imagine, certainly be whisked out of retirement with some big money offer. What do you guys think? Do you ride and die? Brian, you tell me, what do you think Dallas does? Do they go with Cooper Rush and just try to ride this thing out? Or do you go out and get one of those free agent names? There's even some people are saying you can get Tony Romo. Get him out of the booth for a couple weeks. That's what happened to Gruden. They got Gruden out of the booth for a few weeks. In Vegas, well, that whole thing blew over. All right, we're going to go with the cover 2 here. Bryce Young does have the tendency to run, so we got our spy out there. We're just playing man coverage early on. Bryce Young, longtime quarterback of the Colts, and Derek Stingley. And did Stingley play in Week 1? He went to the Texans, so I was kind of interested. Let's, well, we're here. Let's pull up the numbers. I want to know. I want to know. College football streams, those will be continuing on the channel as well. Kind of talked about, I mentioned, I think, that I was going to go to Twitch for the college football streams because the viewership for those just wasn't there. You guys didn't really seem to be into them too much. The performance, as they say, was not quite there, but now I'm trying to think. I have kind of OBS all set up, hooked up through college football, so now I'm not sure if I want to try to disconnect Twitter and go back to Twitch. But I think it would be nice just to jump on Twitch and kind of see where the viewership sits as our quarterback spy there. Stingley had 3 tackles in the game against the Colts. The tie game against the Indianapolis Colts. So we'll kind of, like I said, we'll contemplate if we want to continue to bounce around with Twitch or YouTube here. Dante Hall here on the return. After having the nice kick return game playing with our Utah dynasty, it's going to make me weep a little bit having to go back to the Madden kick return game. Let's keep running the ball. I like this. I like the plays where you can get behind the blockers. See if that can springboard us a little bit here. There they go. And, of course, the blocker runs right into me. And that's going to be a loss of yards, so we lost 3 on that. And now we got Tom throw it. So we're going to bunch him up here. We're going to go trips on the right side and see if we can't just go across the middle. We got Coffee and Taylor as a backup if no one is open. And I thought he was going to slip in there. So 3rd and 13. Chicago 7-1. It could be a Super Bowl rematch, folks. Wide open is Nick Coffey, who's having a big game. He was injured for the most part of the beginning of the year here for our Broncos. 19 yards on that play. And as I said, we could be setting up for a Denver-Chicago Super Bowl rematch, which I'd be okay with, considering that we whooped Chicago. Now, if you guys remember my old Denver Broncos franchise mode on Madden 12, but if you don't remember it, those episodes, 45 episodes, I want to say, somewhere around 40-plus episodes. They're up on Patreon right now, patreon.com/tvsports27. We played the Carolina Panthers 4 consecutive years in the three consecutive. We went to 4 Super Bowls in a row, but we played the Panthers in 3 consecutive Super Bowls in a row, which is unheard of. So it was Cam Newton, Tim Tebow for 3 years straight in Madden 12. If you want to see those Super Bowls, that was dangerous though. If you want to see those Super Bowls, they are up right now. Patreon.com/tvsports27. Just search Denver Broncos on Patreon. Monday Night Football, Quarter 1. It is all Broncos in this one. Continuing to upload a lot of good stuff, a lot of extra content on Patreon. We'll continue to plug away. You hear a lot of YouTubers. Oh my God! I thought that there was going to be more air under that one. There was not. You hear a lot of YouTubers plug their Patreon, and it's just because everyone, you hear it. I mean, you don't have to go too far. Any of your favorite YouTube channels are going to kind of talk about the YouTube algorithm and how it's not so friendly. I mean, you kind of see Game Grumps is one of my favorite YouTube channels. You kind of see what they're doing with thumbnails and stuff, trying to get people. It's just the algorithm's so different for the YouTube. I know the people on Reddit kind of hate. Oh, man, how'd he sneak away from that? Look at the move. There's a fumble. I like that, though. Quarterbacks fumble easily. Keshawn Clemens. And that's going to put us in beautiful, beautiful field position. What are they calling? What the heck are they calling? Unnecessary roughness, so we're going to get bonus yards on that. That was a thing of beauty. All right, we'll take that all day. We're going to go straight up the gut here. Big opening. Touchdown. Now, in real life, Jonathan Taylor, a very successful member of the Indianapolis Colts here in our world. He's a Denver Bronco. Drafted by a previous administration before we got there, but we're glad to have him. I'm glad to be having this top performance. But as we were saying, yes, you know, all the YouTubers talk about it. And I'm actually looking at the Reddit because Game Grumps Reddit hates the new thumbnail system. But that's just, that's the way of the tube. So that's why we always talk about it. Everyone does it. Conrad Thompson, 616, all the guys that I'm into, they got it. So if you're able to help support the page a little bit, And we also have a PayPal link, too, if you don't want to do a monthly subscription. We have that. But the Patreon will allow you to request streams, and we'll give you a lot of bonus content. So we give you bang for your buck, as they like to say. So do check us out over there at patreon.com/TBSports27. As the Colts take their next possession, it's going to be a draw play. And we must have an injury because Canada's been in there pretty much the whole time. We got KJ. Welcome, KJ. Glad to hear him. I think KJ is one of our patrons because he's often talked about our six-man Hell in a Cell. So glad to have some of our folks coming in. This weekend, I'm hoping to get back to some WWE 2K22, speaking of WWE, as we continue on the road to SummerSlam. I'm not sure what I got planned for the rest of the week. I want to get some baseball back on the channel. We're getting back to the baseball playoffs. And I want to get some more baseball back on the channel, but hoping to get to some WWE this weekend, because we're about 2 weeks away or 6 streams or so away from our SummerSlam event. We're also going to have SummerSlam Throwback and Sunday Night Heat that are going to be Patreon exclusives as part of the WWE 2K22. So very excited to get those kicked off with you guys. We have Panther Wolf fan, new subscriber. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you aboard. What brought you by? It's always exciting when we got new folks in the chat. We love to get new people join along with us. Saturday, I will be working this Saturday. I'm going to be working 6 days this week, so getting a little OT. We got a new staff member at the old work, so we're going to train him up on all the best practices and such. So I'll be doing that. So I don't know Saturday if we'll stream, and Sunday is going to be football day, so that's also why we continue to encourage our Patreon page, because the more support, it's you guys that keep this channel alive and keep this thing going with your support, with your views. Well, we laid poor Torrey Holt out just to get drilled, but it was worth it for the first down. And like we said, the more support and love that we get, and of course we love you guys here on YouTube as well with the views and all that fun stuff, but that allows us to keep this thing alive. And the more streaming we can do, the less shifts at work that we take, the more streams we can do and entertain the masses. So we're going to keep running the ball. We see that Jonathan Taylor has the X factor, so we're just going to keep grinding it out right up the middle. There he is. Look at the opening. How about the sweet blocks? And Denver's starting to click right now on all cylinders. And we'll take a look at the schedule as we're kind of at the halfway point now with this game. But we had the dominating game a couple of weeks ago, the complete blowout against the Chargers. And we had a close game a week ago. Now we're kind of running rush shot here again. And so far Bryce Young hasn't gotten anything going. He's looking like he was playing Texas out there with the way he's struggling. And we're just kind of moving at will. Trying to find a good play that I like. How about the old SE dig, where we kind of have our Coffee and Smith, Torrey Holt if he's open. Let's see, the tight ends have been big business so far. Boy, nobody's really open. I'm just going to take a shot. And, of course, Madden does not allow us to get the ball out. As Tommy Togiai comes in and gets the quarterback sack. My hand was going forward. It's an incomplete in the college football game, but somehow the Madden gods do declare that is a sack. The ball just magically sticks to Tom Brady III's hand. So we got to go a long way. And we got to... Here comes pressure again. And, oh my God, what a catch! Brendan Smith. That was just a desperation heave. Colts don't know what's going on out there. As Brady was under duress, didn't get hit, protect the QB. And in double coverage, makes the catch. We're going to go slants right here. We got the Arians playbook. See if we can get this passing game going. Tom Brady III. That was on me. I thought Oh my God. I thought that he was going to break a little faster, so obviously he was covered. But I was anticipating DJ Moore breaking a little faster. So that's going to be 2 interceptions for Tom Brady III in this one. But when I threw it, my thinking was that he was going to be a little faster and I was going to hit him here. You know, that's what I'm looking at when he's open. But, so you can see where I throw the ball, he's open. And it actually might have been a little off target by Brady. I think it was actually, yeah. So I was trying to hit him, as you can see, a little before he hit his break. But that's also Brady's off target because the ball goes here. The ball should be going here, at least when I release the ball. When I'm releasing the ball, I'm expecting the ball to be hit here. Boom. Boom. John Madden would say, tough acted, tenacted. But he throws the ball straight across, which leads to the interception. Because we were not throwing it here, by the way. It looks like we were throwing it here. We were not. We were throwing it here. I think I said DJ Moore before. Well, maybe I did hit the wrong button. I don't know. But that was the plan, and you can kind of see where the pass is quite off target there. Also there, I think, too, I was also looking at him to break a little faster. Maybe that's who I was looking at the whole time. I might have been wrong the whole time. I think I was anticipating the break of this man to be, but still, regardless, the ball should have been put in the middle of the field, as you can see, and it was not, which led to the INT. So, either way, whether they broke fast or not fast enough, Panther, I gotta buy a new game system to do a feud between John Cena, Hulk Hogan. Oh my God, Cena and Hogan. Well, stay tuned, guys, when we bring back WWE 2K22 on the road to SummerSlam. I understand. You know, we saw a lot of the legends. What is happening? We saw a lot of the legends at WrestleMania coming up on SummerSlam. There is a very, very good chance, I'm hearing, that coming up on Monday Night Raw, there's a rumor going around that, speaking of John Cena and Hulk Hogan, that we're going to see Cena, Hogan, Goldberg, and one other legend, as Bryce Young tearing this up right now with the scrambles. You're going to see those legends, and apparently they are going to be addressing Retribution. So stay tuned. WWE 2K22 on the channel. I don't know, like I said, when we'll be playing it. The plan for right now is perhaps this weekend, but that's all going to determine timing and, like I said, working on Saturday and everything that's going down on Sunday, because you got the NFL. And that was wide open. Unbelievable. Well, they took advantage of the turnover, and the Colts, they went from being down 21-0 to all of a sudden it's a lead going the other way. Or they cut into the lead. They still don't have the lead, but they got the points going the other way. So that was bad business all the way around. But as always, we'll plug it one final time here. If you guys want to see certain streams a little sooner, and I know you're a new subscriber, Panther Wolf, if you want to check the link down below, we have a Patreon link where we got all bonus content. We have some exclusive WWE 2K22 content that you can only see on Patreon. A 6-man Hell in a Cell and a backstage brawl that's going to lead to our ambulance match at SummerSlam. You can check that out over at Patreon. And if you want to see WWE 2K22 a little sooner, we have our Super Fan and our Mega Fan tiers for our patrons, where you guys can request streams on the channel. So you can hit that button, hit that subscribe, and request away. And your name would be right on there. It would say Panther Wolf Stream Request or something like that. It would say Panther Wolf Presents, maybe. WWE 2K22 or whatever you might want to see. Brady's going to dump that one off and reeled in. The 2 interceptions are what's killing our Broncos right now. 14-7 on Monday night. Oh, that Brady's had a couple of rough. So the last throw that Brady did, the interception that we said that's pretty off target. That one is way off the mark. Maybe There we go. That one was good. I was going to say, maybe that hit that Brady took, the sack on the last drive, kind of wore him out. Gary Bryant Jr. That's his second catch on this drive. Let's get Jonathan Taylor back in the mix here. Try to run it with him up the middle. And bounce into the outside. Look at the blocking. I mean, Bryant, feel free to come back and throw some more blocks. I don't know what you're doing down there, but we'll take it. We'll take it nonetheless, right? We're going to go 4 verticals. We're going to take a shot. We're going to try to get a shot for the score here. Let's see what happens. Put some air under it. Yes, Nick Coffey is having a game right now. Another big catch for Coffey. 2:54 in the first half for the Denver Broncos. And we're cruising. KJ Panther. Are you a Panthers fan, by the way? Panther Wolf. Are you a Carolina Panthers fan? Delayed handoff, Jonathan Taylor. I hate those delayed handoffs. Which I don't realize that's what the play is when I'm picking it. So 2-minute warning here. Let's go a little wide trail here. We got Smith and hopefully Coffey's open. We'll see. Oh, he's going to be covered. We're just going to get rid of it. They blew that one up all the way. Nobody was open. All right, strong flood, high recommendation. Torrey Holt, perhaps. We got Nick Coffey as a drop-off point. We're going to try to look at the guys up in the corner here. Incomplete. 2 guys. Brendan Smith out there, as well as Gary Bryant. 2 receivers, and they can't reel it in. We'll take a look at it. It was 2-on-1 coverage. I think it did get tipped away. Oh, it did get tipped away. They got to fight that, though. They got to get in front of the defender, right? Here comes Sebastian Janikowski. They could have used his leg. Panther Wolf says Dad is a Panthers fan, but he's a Giants fan. I know. Do you know Draw Play Dave on Twitter? By the way, follow us on Twitter if you aren't already, TD Sports 27. That's where we tweet exclusive pictures. We chat along with you. We answer your questions one-on-one. And we also let you know when we're going live. And the camera switched on me, or else that could have been a fumble touchdown. But that's huge. That was big, and the camera switched, so I was already holding down to recover. And when the camera switched, it all of a sudden made me run backwards. Does that make sense? So that's big right there. Let's see. I'm going to try to just take the shot here. But Draw Play Dave on Twitter is a great follow. He's a Giants fan and draws a lot of great NFL artwork. Tom Brady III, not a problem. Touchdown, Broncos. Brady to Smith. And it's looking like Peyton Manning and Jake Plummer out there. You guys remember those old Broncos Colts playoff games where Manning whooped up on Plummer. (24-7) on Monday night. And the story of the game has been the turnovers. We had 2 interceptions, but 2 costly fumbles from the Indianapolis Colts have kind of burned them a little bit here in this one, has it not? They're going to go empty set. So obviously they're in pass-heavy mode, as they're going to try to get some final points. Bryce Young, only 4 of 6. And they're going to hand it off to Ford, I believe. Yeah, I mean, he caught the touchdown earlier. And the classic 101 Madden timeout being called by Indianapolis. It's been in the game. Is it in Madden 23? I don't know. But they always call the timeout at 101. It's very bizarre. Drops that one into C.D. Lamb for the first down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Hear that laughter out there. Under a minute to play. We got to hang tough on defense. And, well, that was a unique sack. That was a offensive lineman sack. Goodness me. Stingley coming in. I love Derek Stingley. He's going to be the Bronco until I'm not a coach no more, if I can help it. And we don't know how much longer we're going to go with this iteration of the Denver Broncos franchise. I want to go at least through Brady's rookie contract. Then maybe when we got off from a big contract, that might kill all hopes we have a building on this. But at that point, we'll be like, pretty much close to NFL retirement age, 15 or so seasons in. And by then, maybe Madden 24 will be good. And we could buy that Madden. But we'll retire our coach somewhat soon. They ran out of time. They had no timeouts left. That's unbelievable. That's Nathaniel Hackett clock management right there. Unbelievable. No points for the Colts here. So that is big business. Some of the scores from around the league you can see as we are here on Monday nights. You got to stay committed, Panther Wolf. You should never leave your team. You got to be a Panthers fan from here on, no matter how bad it gets. I've been a Broncos fan my whole life. I've been a Cardinals fan for more than 20, coming up on 20 years as a Cardinals fan, because it was around 04-05 that I started to become a fan because I wanted an NFC team. I think I've told this story before. I wanted an NFC team, and I kind of liked Fitzgerald and Bolden and all those guys. I think they had Sean King at the time in 04 as their quarterback, but I just liked those guys. And then when the Cardinals got their new unis in 05, which I know a lot of people hate them, I love the Cardinals unis, and that's what made me become a fan. So since 05 on, and I realized that was a big, decision there, because it's like the Cardinals are known for not, especially at that time when I became a fan of the Cardinals in 04-05. How many playoff wins did they have to their name? One. That playoff win in '98 was the only time. So, that's definitely like. But I was like, you know what? I'm going with them. And if they suck, they're stuck. But I'm going to be with them. And they ended up having some really good years. Of course, we had the Carson Palmer years. We had the Super Bowl run with Kurt Warner. That one was just tipped up, incomplete. So we had a lot of good years, like after the fact. And of course, Kyler got us to a playoff game recently. So, but you gotta stick with them, no matter through the bad and the good. And I've seen some bad Cardinals football over the years since I've been a fan. How about that? Pearson Gatewood is just a monster at punting the football. He is incredible. He's doing the work right now. So if we can get an Iowa safety out of this, it'd be big business. We'd really put the Colts in a bad way. Let's see what happens. Play fake, and oh my goodness, that was a stink. No, Keshawn Clemens to come in and just sandwich Bryce Young down. Let's go with a little gap press. Let's put the pressure on. Look at that, because they're all lined up too. We want that safety. Oh, what a play call. A play fake, a play action fake. That's a terrible play call. And Banks is going to come in and get the safety, but why would you stack the line, have nobody to throw to, and then do a play fake? I'll take it. That's your coaching funeral right there for the Colts. So 2 points, and the Broncos are in business. We've had some good football games as of late on the channel. And we had the rough Utah State game. But we've had some good luck with the football here. With the football. KJ saying okay.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Brady You notice how Brady threw that before Smith even hit his break. Tom Brady III, well beyond his years in throwing the ball. What a draft pick. Where do we snag him? The 3rd or 4th round? Somebody go into the archives and remind me. Where do we snag Tom Brady III? That's been a golden pick. See the passing yard discrepancy between the young Tom Brady III and Bryce Young, who has been in this league for many, many, many years. 3rd and 13 for the Broncos. Still early on here in the 3rd. And Brady overthrows Bryant. Boy, he had him. And he missed on him. So the completion percentage is not very Geno Smith-esque. But it's there. Well, let's see. Can Pearson Gatewood get us another 2 points? His punt was the reason we got that safety. He might do it again, folks. Oh, my God. Oh! Can you guys believe that? KJ, Ant-Man, can you believe that? That was close. All right. 1st and 10. Indy. Bryce Young. Plenty of time. And he hooks up with 1st down. 10 of 8 is nice, but when you're here in the 3rd quarter, you should have a lot more than 8 completions. Screen pass, which never works against our guys. And Keshawn Clemens getting in there. Bringing down CeeDee Lamb. 2nd down and 9 for Indy. Keep bringing them. Oh, how about Devin Bush and our linebackers? It's going to be a pick 6, and the Broncos continue to dominate. Another dominant performance by our Broncos and our linebacker core. Devin Bush. We saw John Banks with the safety. We saw Vrabel with the sack. I think we got one of the greatest linebacker cores in NFL history. And we added Dye this season. So we got 4 solid linebackers on this team. And think about where we were 2 years ago when we started with this team and the frustration we had. And the last 2 seasons, we put together a brilliant team. We got a new follow on Twitter. I wonder if that's our aunt. That's our Panther aunt. Antonio, is that you?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Antonio's not tweeted in quite some time. But if it is, glad to see you, my friend. Glad to have you on Twitter. Glad to have you follow along. Bryce Young. Look at him. He's a sitting duck. So we're going to go cover 1. We're going to keep doing our thing, keep doing man coverage. All right, Panther, thank you so much, my friend, for the follow. I do appreciate it. Glad to have a new, every time we get a new supporter. Whether you're on YouTube, on Twitter, on Patreon, on Facebook. We got a Discord. We got all the avenues. So we're glad to have you here. Tell your friends, friend or foe, let them know that we're here as well. Join in the fun. We are glad to have you, my friend. You seem to be excited about the WWE content that is going to be coming back soon. We got a lot in the archives. When we're done with this stream, you can head into the archives, check out some of the old streams, check out some of the WWE 2K22 Universe stuff we've gone up to at this point. We can run down, well, we got some time here because it's kind of blowout mode. Why don't we read the Jaden? Welcome, Jaden. Yes, I did watch the Bucks in Dallas. As you know, I live in Florida, and my mom is a Buccaneers and Steelers fan, so after the Cardinals game, I went over there and watched the Cardinals game. It was on CBS, of course, with her, and I stayed and watched the Buccaneers game. What did you think of the Buccaneers-Dallas game, Jaden? And while you're getting to that, for Panther Ant, because he's new to the channel, here's the card that we got right now for SummerSlam. More matches to follow, but this is the card we have right now for WWE SummerSlam. So, of course, we know the main event, part 2 of the 2-part Hell in a Cell series. It's going to be Edge defending the WWE Undisputed Championship against Retribution leader Mustafa Ali. The WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. Happy-Go-Lucky of Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss will be defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against the Usos, who knocked off Retribution, T-Bar, and Mace in the Steel Cage match last pay-per-view at Extreme Rules. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful play. The ambulance match. Drew McIntyre taking on the Big Boss Man. We have the Women's Tag Team Championship match, Generation Now, of Natalya and Tamina defending against Thunder Rock, Io Shirai, and Mayu Iwatani. The WWE Women's Championship on the line in a triple threat match. Big time Becky Lynch defending against Asuka and Bianca Belair. We have Finn Balor and some mystery partners. Finn Balor's got to get some friends because he's going to be taking on the KO Way, which just formed a week ago. It's going to be Kevin Owens, Johnny Gargano, and they're going to team up against Finn Balor and his mystery tag team partner. So the KO Way, Gargano, and Owens teaming up, and that's the KO Way. We also have Shawn Michaels one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler, Ric Flair one-on-one with Bobby Roode, and the United States Championship on the line, Austin Theory defending against Brock Lesnar. So that is your SummerSlam card so far, but there's going to be more. And in addition to the SummerSlam card, we already announced it, it's going to be SummerSlam Throwback, and that is going to be at the Throwback SummerSlam Arena. It's going to take place in place of main event right before the big show, and it's going to have some infamous throwback matches. Everyone's just talking about the Wembley Stadium event recently because, going back doing a pay-per-view in the UK. Well, at SummerSlam Throwback, we're going to see we're going to see a little 1992 SummerSlam. I don't want to announce it yet, but there's going to be an Intercontinental Championship match, and it's going to involve some of the competitors at SummerSlam 92. So stay tuned for that. We're also going to have a triple threat TLC match on the card. We also might see Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, that bloody battle revisited as well. And that's going to take place exclusively on Patreon. So if you're not a patron, that is where SummerSlam Throwback is going to take place as a bonus for our patrons. And also Sunday Night Heat, which is going to be the pregame, the kickoff to SummerSlam, which is going to feature about 2 to 3 exclusive matches. There's also going to be a Patreon exclusive, but for those of you that are not patrons, the entire SummerSlam card will take place as normal right here on YouTube. So the patrons are going to get the extra content, the bonus content, which is SummerSlam Throwback and Sunday Night Heat. But our regular YouTube subscribers, they're going to be getting the full SummerSlam show in full. Tom Brady demolished Dallas. That's an interesting phrasing. I don't quite know. Look at this by Jonathan Taylor. I don't know if I would quite say dominated. Dante Ferguson. We're getting new folks left and right. We had Panther. We had Dante join us. Welcome, Dante. Glad to have you here, my friend. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Helps the YouTube algorithm out. And if you would like our buddy Panther just did, follow along with us on Twitter so you can get all the updates and when we're going live. All the links are down in the description, TV Sports 27. We're glad to have you here, my friend. As Brady, oh my God, we were trying to throw it away, and Madden making a spin like a top. Looking like Ben Roethlisberger out there trying to make a tackle in the AFC Championship game. This was, right here is when I clicked the button to throw it away. And that was Madden trying to get my animation in order to throw it away, so you can imagine what happened. What brings you by, Dante? What made you want to click on? I'm always curious. I'm always curious to know when we have new fans. What made you want to click? Because to continue to build our fan base, I want to know what it was that enticed you. You know what? I'm usually not a conservative kind of guy, but 3rd and 23, as big a lead as we have, why not just run it and just punt it away, play field position? Why are we going to try to just chunk it down the field with this much yards to gain when we have this big of a lead? So forget it. But yes, let me know what brought you here. What made you click on the stream? Because I want to know so I can use that to entice other fellow members of the channel. As the third quarter will come to a close. And the Denver Broncos on Monday night looking good, 33-10 over the Indianapolis Colts. We'll see Pearson Gatewood has been pretty lights out with the punt game here. And that will get out. That's going to be a touchback. Dante says, Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes? As far as who do I prefer out of the two? Well, as a Broncos fan, obviously I don't care for Patrick Mahomes. And I mean that not in the sense that there's anything about him I don't like. As someone that's on a division rival that constantly beats up my favorite team, I don't like Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady, again, as a Broncos fan, it's been well documented. The Broncos, especially in the postseason, have had Tom Brady's number. So I lean. You came on my YouTube page, did I? What's your YouTube page? Dante Ferguson. Go ahead and plug away. What's your YouTube there? Completed pass. Bryce Young.
Let's go, baby.
Maybe I went on your Patreon. I don't know. The name does not ring a bell. Screen pass. Well sniffed out by the defense. Yeah, let me know because I can't click on your name in the chat here. So let me know what is your YouTube page.
Check nine.
I don't know if I went on your YouTube page. Oh my goodness. Bryce Young, he's had a couple of really nice runs. Now he had the one fumble. 116 yards. Bryce Young's been more productive on the ground game than he had with the receiving game. Or conservative play might end up costing us some points here. Because Indy's rolling right now. Second down and 3.
Check 56. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And right now, the Broncos corners, we're slacking. We don't have any answers for Bryce Young and company in the Colts. Kind of staying in our man formation right now. Not a lot of pressure, and there he goes. We got to get a quarterback spy back out there. Oh, my goodness. How did Stingley avoid that? Stingley, he about broke his neck trying to avoid that sack. All right, we got to get a QB spy. They're not giving us one. So, you know what? We're just going to blitz him. We're going to blitz him, see if that can contain the pocket here. Well, it kind of worked. There's Die. At least the running game's been non-existent, so the annoying thing... Okay, we got to click here. We got to go to assignments and QB spy. There we go. I hate that being the way to get the QB spy. Just give me a package of QB spy plays that I can pick from. I don't know what's happening on that play. But the current method is a very roundabout way of getting a QB. Switch to the player, click the button, click X, click the button. Like you have to do 5 steps to get a QB spy. Oh my God! Did he cross? The football didn't cross the line. Let's look at this again. Do we dare challenge? The football. Maybe it did cross the line. Well, here's a good angle at it. Same thing. We didn't do a QB spy. Here, I'm going to do one right now. Click the button. X. See, I didn't have time to do it. And he's going to run it in. Give me a package of QB spy plays. Stupid Madden. Like, how is that not a basic function? And I just got hosed on 8 points right there. And you clearly saw me try to go up, click the button, click X, click the shift, go over, like the 10,000 buttons you have to press to do a QB spy play. But they don't just give it to you as a package. Ridiculous. All right, Jonathan Taylor. Oh, how about that? Taylor's mad. I'm mad. He's got 124 on the ground, which we want to run the clock. We don't want to wear him out, though, so we got to try to work some more passes in here. Dante never let me know about his YouTube page, so I guess it will forever be a mystery. Or maybe Dante had me confused with some other lovable sports fan out there. But we're glad to have Dante here nonetheless. Dante Ferguson, everybody. All right, 2nd down and 4 for the Broncos. Brady the third. Just waiting for anything and connecting with Nick Coffey. Just had a fistful of receptions here today. I'd like to get a full number. 6 catches for Nick Coffey. Brilliant. Indy with 18 on the board. Oh, Jonathan Taylor. Swept up and brought down. Let's go, let's chew some clock here. Get that clock to come down.
Push him back. Push him back. Big rip. Big rip.
Brady finding Torrey Holt, who's been pretty quiet. I think just his 2nd catch of the ball game. Tom Brady the third, 251. And having this pocket passer quite different, as you guys know, than what we've had the last couple of years. Of course, I had the year with Garoppolo and Tannehill in San Fran. But the last decade or so, it's been Tua. Oh my God, that's terrible. It's been Tua who's got some scramble to him. And of course, Justin Fields. So definitely Tom Brady the third coming in, a very different style of quarterback from Tua and Justin Fields. 2nd down and 10 here. Boy, I would love to have the running back as an option to dump it off to, but they didn't give me that option. He was just sitting there, but I didn't have an option to throw it to him. I mean, that play ended up working, but look, he's just sitting there. You see that? Like, why was that not an option? If I had dumped it off to him, maybe that's a 1st down, but it wasn't an option. I don't know. I don't know, to quote Lex Luger. All right, but we're going to see what Jonathan Taylor does. He still got his X factor. He does. Oh, we were trying to hit the gap. Didn't work. But unlike Nathaniel Hackett, we're going to let this wind down to the 2-minute warning. And then we will send the unit back out. And we will kick the field goal. And we'll go up by 3 more points to make it 36-18, which somebody looked that up. That's got to be some kind of scoregami, right? What a bizarre score. 33-18 Broncos here on Monday night in prime time. This is where the national championship was in our NCAA Utah Utes when we played Texas. It was Texas and Utah here in Indy. Part of the college football playoff. Of course, the inaugural college football playoff in our world was in Vegas. It was Georgia Tech and Army. And then season 2 was down in Tampa with Oklahoma and Navy. And last season, the Big 12 battle. Texas, Utah in Indianapolis. I haven't decided where we'll do it this year. Maybe Pasadena. That might be fun. Do it out at Rose Bowl. Do it out west. This we kind of... I mean, Indiana's not quite East Coast, but it might be nice. Get back out west for the first time since Vegas. Bryce Young going in hurry-up mode. Touchdown make a big difference because we've been trading touchdowns for field goals last couple of drives here. They're going fast. They still got all their timeouts, but I mean, they keep playing. They got to eventually take a shot because they're going kind of underneath on everything, which is killing a lot of their time. My goodness, our defense. Do they take a timeout yet? They are going to hang on to them. They do call a timeout, so much like Nathaniel Hackett, they waste a whole boatload of time, then they call a timeout. So they got their timeouts, but don't do any good. You have 31 seconds left on the clock. Incomplete. 26 seconds, so it's about out of reach for the Colts, which is going to be yet another win for our Denver Broncos. What a hit by Devin Bush. Bush has been a monster since he's come here onto our team. That one's almost intercepted. Is Devin Bush still in the league these days in real life? Let's look him up. Devin Bush. He is still with the Steelers, it looks like. 2022, the Steelers declined the fifth-year contract on Bush, so... Oh, he had a torn ACL. That's why we haven't seen much of him in real life. What are his stats been up to this point? Only a handful of sacks, yeah, oof. He ain't done much, but he is injured a lot. But in our world, Devin Bush... Oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Colts not going away. The Hail Mary touchdown. And there's 1 second on the clock. So that's not going to do them any good. They didn't even bother to go for two, which would have made it a 10-point game. What are they even trying onside at this point? They are not. We went onside just to make sure. Wow. I should have just fair caught it. I don't want to get Dante Hall injured. Game over. Denver. We take another one. You can put it on the board. Yes. There was more domination for the Denver Broncos. India was one of our choices. We didn't go with it. Did that picture take? I don't know. That'll probably be the thumbnail. So Monday night, I'll dig it. I'll take it. So they got more rushing yards than Jonathan Taylor, but it's because Bryce Young on the move. And Bryce Young ended up actually catching up to Brady. We were kind of ragging on his passing numbers. But Brady goes 258. Jonathan Taylor goes 125 on the ground. And the Broncos take the win. So we are going to move forward here. We're going to preview next week, and we're going to kind of recap where we are at this stage in the season. Maybe look at some stats real quick before we end this. We got NXT anniversary going on. I'm going to be checking that out. But right after this, I'll probably make some dinner. And I'm going to watch the Scott the Woz video that just went up. And then I'm going to watch NXT. So there you go. We have one new injury, do we? Oh, yes. We have the injury to Kerry Coacher. So 7 weeks. We put him on injury. I don't know. We can still use him for the playoffs, right? We got the Cardinals. Oh, my two favorite teams up next. Cardinals, Broncos. That was one of our Super Bowls in our Denver Broncos Madden 12. Patreon.com. That's TV Sports 27. Frustrated Steve. Stick it, pal. Negotiation. So we want to look at the depth chart just real quick here. Just to make sure where we should be with Coacher being out at tight end. So we have Kramer. So we had 3 tight ends. So we would lose a tight end. I mean, we have the option to maybe go out and grab if we stick Coacher on injured reserve. Let's see what we got free agency-wise as far as tight end goes. And see if we want to go ahead and make that move. Man, 67s. That's no good. Anton Pounds. Yeah. I might just have to see. I might just have to see how we do down a tight end and maybe reevaluate from there. As far as negotiations go, I don't recall. I don't think we wanted to. I think we were good on all our monies. We kind of like Lucas Webb, but I feel like you can get a 73 fullback like that anywhere. So I'm not in love with that. Cook, we don't need that. Kramer as well. I mean, he was just injured. Same thing. I feel like we can get that anywhere. Robert Highsmith, we definitely want to bring back. He's been a part of the team for a while. Isabella. Oh no, Kramer's the guy that's that's not injured. It's gonna be Kocher, and he's asking for a boatload of money for him being injured. So we pulled these three, which we're not worried about. Highsmith, Isabella, we want to bring back. Kocher, we'll see. Knighton, we could do what we always do, is just let him go and re-sign him. So we're doing good there. Scouting, I'll get back into that at some point. I forget, didn't we do like the movie thing, or are we doing like WWE, or which? We're doing the movie guys. So that's kind of fun because we're to the point where we're out of draft classes. We're that deep into this thing. So let's take a look, week 9, and let's take a look at kind of where we are at this point in the game. And then we'll look at the stats and we'll call it a night. So here we are, you see, and our defense has given up a lot of points as of late. But we're still doing good offensively. There was the loss of the Riverhogs, but you see the defense. I mean, 19, 13, 16, 20, 25, but the offense was rolling. Big win against the Chiefs, the Ravens. We knocked them off. The Browns, the Chargers, that was the big beatdown game. Then we had a good win against the Seahawks and the Colts. We got to figure out, too, what our other... When did we last wear our throwback unis, right? Did we do week 1 against the Chiefs? I don't remember. We've had a lot of road games here as well. I can look. I can look in the archives here. TB Sports 27. Are you sure we got new subscribers? I'm still at 339. We were at 339 for a while. Let's grow this thing. Let's see. We've been stuck at 439 subs for a while. So tell your friend or foe, come check us out here. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get the algorithm. Show us some love. Right? All right, I'm going to look here. And I think we wore the blue against the Chiefs. So we got one more throwback that we got to do. And then one more alternate uni game. So... I think we probably already went over this. Probably this Bills game, right? We can probably wear the alternates there. And then maybe throwbacks to end the season against the Chiefs or something. Or the Chargers, or the Bills, the Niners. Somewhere in there. And which ones do we do? We did the D, the classic D. Do we go with that? Do we go with the 75 season throwback? Do we go with the brown and yellow? All those options are out there. Quick look at the stats. You can see we're still battling with the Riverhogs. They're right there. But as far as the entire league goes, let's see where our guys kind of rank. So it's going to be Sean Clifford, who's up there, along with McNabb, Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, Jane Daniels, and there's Tom Brady the third. The 15 touchdowns. The 6 picks, which is pretty good. With a Tua, that's throwing a lot more picks. You can kind of see how the rest of the guys line up. There's Tua. Justin Fields, how's he doing? He's okay. Down in the mix. Jack Miller, what a name. Matthew Reinhard, Nicholas Simmons. There's Pat Mahomes. A legend in his own right, but in our world, he has yet to get to a Super Bowl since the Super Bowl against the Niners He ain't even gotten close. So we got Baker Mayfield. Who's on the Cardinals that we're going to be going up? Baker was on the Cardinals. I don't even see the Cardinals quarterback on this list. There we go. Oh, Jared Goff. How about that? Okay. That'd be interesting. Got Ben Simmons in there as well. All right. And then for the running game, of course, Jamil Pierce is actually second in the league. He's our backup. But that was with Jonathan Taylor beyond. Saquon Barkley still doing his thing. 12 years into the league. Corey Dillon up there. Sam Adams, Sean Alexander, the great Sean Alexander. Ricky Williams as well. So you're starting to see some of those old school names. No, this isn't the Legends League, but we're using those old draft classes. Tiki Barber as well. Warwick Dunn. Maybe a lot of these names that you're like, oh man, that's going back. Yeah, we're using those old draft classes because we kind of exhausted all the ones we had. And then receiver. Oh, this is still rushing. I wanted to go receiver-wise. Smith Njigba still doing his thing. He's been pretty good in real life. A lot of Rams players up there, which is interesting. And then defense. Why did that go to blocking? Defense. As far as sacks go, you got Robertson up there. KJ Henry. I just saw him. I watched the Georgia Tech Clemson game. So I was kind of jealous to see him as we unfortunately couldn't offer him a contract when we were, it was him and Tua tearing it up in Miami. But we could only afford one. We went with Tua. And then interception-wise, you can kind of see what's going on there. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. Thank you to the new subscribers and the new fans. And as always, we'll see you next time.